and welcome to day 14 of the Simplify Your Life series. If you don't know what this is, then I will put a link up here and also in the description box below so you can see what we've been doing over the last 2 weeks. Today we are talking about being present. I have been listening to a number of different podcasts and doing a bit of research about being present, and one thing that really struck a chord with me was when somebody was talking about the past, the present and the future. And what they were saying is that by living in the past, you're never going to be truly happy. You're always going to be living in a state of feeling low. And that's because you're constantly rehashing things that have already happened and that will never happen to you again. By living in the future too much, you're going to live in a state of feeling anxious and stressed and overworked because you're always thinking of the next thing. You're always worrying about what's going to happen next. But by being in the present moment, that is where the magic happens. That is where you have the control, and this is where happiness can flourish. There are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, believe, do, and mostly live. In our 21st century lives, it is so difficult to be present because we're constantly planning and organising and sorting things out. Also, we've got so many external forces coming into our lives that we've got no control over. Also, our lives are so well documented that it is so easy to get lost in the past. Being present is an evidence-based lifestyle that psychologists highly recommend to anybody suffering from stress or anxiety to make sure that you're happy and have good health. On day 7, we looked at what makes us happy and how we can create our own happiness. This comes down to our mindset, our thoughts, and our attitude. The things that we can't control is how we feel, but we can control what we think. On day 10, we looked at gratitude and how this can increase our happiness because we're showing more appreciation. We're focusing our minds on the more positive aspects of things rather than dwelling on anything that's negative. Can you remember the last time you just stopped and was present? Now, there's lots of different ways of being present and there's lots of different terminology. There's being in the moment, mindfulness, mindful practice. But whatever you call it, it is an active, open and intentional attention to being in the present, not trying to actively control your thoughts or grasp them or push them away. I like to think of them as clouds, so putting all my thoughts into little clouds. Some are huge clouds, some are tiny little ones, but they're all just passing above me, and some are little dark rain clouds, and that is fine too. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Now, there are so many different benefits of being present, just some of them. Being happier, dealing with pain more effectively, reducing stress, improves our ability to cope with negative emotions like fear and anger. There are so many different ways of practicing being mindful, but however you choose to do it, the skill is learning to have your thoughts in this moment. Wherever you are, be all there. You do not have to sit in lotus position and meditate to be able to do this. I find that very difficult, I'm not gonna lie. I much prefer going for a gentle stroll in nature, or when I'm doing yoga, I'll hold an asana a little bit longer and focus on it then. Other ways that you can do it is by setting yourself reminders during the day, just to kind of get into that habit of thinking about being mindful. There's lots of other ways of doing it. Not putting the television on a morning and instead just listening to some calming music and just being. Have a no social media day. Don't watch the news. Instead, just sit in silence and have a cup of tea or coffee. Turn off all your phone notifications. Also, when visiting people, keep your phone on silent so you can concentrate on who you're with. Eat your meals at a table and not in front of the TV, whether that's alone or with family. And remember to taste your food. Write in a journal or do morning pages. You could even have a mantra that you can say to yourself. Something just simple like, I am aware of the present moment. Sit and focus on what you can feel, smell, hear or see. Focus on your breathing. Now, you will not fail doing this. There is no right or wrong. And every time you check yourself and think, I need to be more mindful, already you are being more mindful. Just by doing that and acknowledging it, you're already raising awareness to how you are at that present moment in time. And then just increase it so it becomes more of a habit. Mindful isn't difficult, we just need to remember to do it. Recognize your thoughts and just pay attention to them. The more you do it, the easier it will become. And I'm not saying don't ever think of the past or don't ever think of the future, but just think of them in small doses and make sure that the now is what you focus most of your attention on. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all. So give it a go. We have made so much room this last couple of weeks to allow happiness and joy, gratitude and appreciation and being present into our lives by decluttering and simplifying things. I hope you have enjoyed this last 14 days with me. I know I have loved every minute of it. Please put in the comment section below what has been your favourite day. I would love to hear that. And also, if you want me to do another few days or anything like that to do with this kind of theme, again, put it in the comment section because I have got so many more ideas of things that we can talk about and do and declutter. But until next time, goodbye.